Want to do a quick audio check? All right, welcome. Good to see you, John, Donald, Mike, Bill, everyone. Perfect. Danny, good? All right, good. All right, welcome everybody. Welcome everyone that's logged into the Zoom room. And also we are broadcasting live on YouTube and Facebook. Like to thank everybody here that are logged in right now from all over the world. Today, obviously, we're going to talk about what is basically simple day trading strategies to limit your losses, to maximize your profit. Now, the big thing that we have to understand, fellow traders, is that, right now we're in the slow time of the day. I mean, this is 12 o'clock, not really that much going on, but there are things that you have to understand that we are now in a huge crisis. And the crisis is that we're sitting back. People are out of a job, highest unemployment ever in the history. You're getting bailouts left and right. We got $25 trillion in debt. What are you going to do? Well, there's only one other thing you can do. Trade. That's basically what it comes down to. You got to just learn how to trade. So let me just get something here. Is this working? No. Okay. Oops. Give me a second here. Oh, something crashed this. Give me 1 second, guys. Just got to open up another room. All right. So just had to do a quick update right here. Hold on a second. I didn't see the chat. There we go. All good now? All right. I lost screen on one of the other broadcasts. So anyway, there's no better place than what to do now is start trading. So you just got to know how to play the game. Okay? That's basically what it's all about. And first of all, John, you should be trading right now anyway. You make most of your money in the morning, not in the middle of the day. I was done at 10 o'clock this morning. We had that nice little run. Had a couple of stocks like the IO trade that did really well, and that's pretty much does it, and DraftKings. So how do we find them? That's the big thing everybody wants to know. Where did you find them? How did you find them? Where did they come from? How did you know how to get out? Well, the big thing is I just got off the phone with a new student that is now going to be part of our family here at CyberTradingu University, Jesse from San Diego. And I just want to thank Jesse for making that a commitment to be here. And, he came up and said, I've been doing my homework. I want to learn how to day trade. I see people making a lot of money, but I hear more bad things than good things. And, one of the things that he was saying is that the reason why people are losing money, I said, because who really trained you? I mean, there's a lot of garbage out there. You guys got to watch out. But he says, for some reason, I watched you on NASDAQ and it just makes sense. First of all, we all know NASDAQ would never have somebody on there that is, BSing or is a good marketer and just really has no experience in trading. But, unfortunately, there are a lot of people out there that are really good at that. And I'll say it, they're a lot better than me. But it doesn't mean that they're a good trader. And the only way you're going to know that is to see what we're about to learn right now. So what you're about to learn, guys, is I'm going to talk about how to follow the smart money. That's really what it comes down to it. You got to know how to read level 2, level 3. You got to know exactly why 90% of the traders, struggle when it comes to trading. You got to know how to read these charts, properly. So these are the things that you have to learn when it comes to trading. And I'm going to talk a little bit about that. Now, I just want you guys to understand, I can't teach you how to trade in an hour, okay? But what I can teach you is that you're going to realize that you've been trading blind. You're going to actually probably be a little disturbed that who actually really trained you, and you're going to see that if this is for you or not. And you know what? I think you guys are going to really realize that it's for every single one of you. But let me just do a quick little intro of myself, just so I hate doing this part because I don't want to bore anybody and I'm not here to brag or anything like that. But I just want you to understand that I'm a human being just like you. I started when I was 22 years old. I'm actually 47 right now. And someone told me, and it kind of made sense, to be around for 25 years is pretty impressive in this industry, because we are the oldest school in the industry. And I've been through the worst of the worst. Now, how was I able to weather all those bad storms, the internet bubble, the flash crash, the financial crisis, Hurricane Sandy, the coronavirus? How was I supposed to? Because I was trained by the best. Listen, I was a market maker. Okay. I live here in New York. I was trained by the best traders in the world. Where else are you going to learn how to trade finance if you don't come where finance was born? Right here in New York. Okay. And the thing is this, how I started CyberTrading University is why everybody else is here. I took a job as a trader, and I didn't want to do that because I didn't want to split the profits back then. But splitting the profits on winners, then taking 100% losers, I think the 50% winners obviously makes more sense, right? So first I did the easy way route, and I says, well, I don't want to split the profits. I want to keep 100% of the profits. But unfortunately, I lost 100% of the losses. But and then what ended up happening, my sister took a job as a trader, because back then we both were brokers, and we hated it, and we realized that people make the most money is in the trading department. And she was actually the smartest one, and took a job as a trader. And when we sit at the dinner table, and she was telling me these things like, oh, I got Internet Machine, and you see Goldman Sachs, selling iOmega with 50,000 shares. I had level 2, level 3. And I'm like, I'm just yesing her desk. Yeah. Meanwhile, I'm sitting there trading on my dopey little E-Trade account, not knowing what the hell I was doing. And then when she started driving a nicer car than me, that's when I said enough's enough. And then I said, let me just go see what the hell they're doing over there. And let me tell you something. And listen to me carefully, because what you're about to see, you're going to experience the same thing I experienced 25 years ago. You're going to wish you never made your first trade. You're going to realize right now that everything that you've been doing, you've been trading backwards. Honestly, you are. Everything that someone taught you, you're going to realize, why did I spend all this money? What the hell is this crap? I got another indicator? Oh, another guy with his whole, 4 soldiers? Here's another guy telling me, trying to push another platform. What is this crap? You know what I mean? You're going to realize that trading is so simple and so easy that you've been making it more complicated than what it really is. And let me tell you, let me finish the ending of the story about when I finally left my brokerage firm. I eventually am an entrepreneur, and I'm like, you know what? What do I need them more? I know all this secrets and everything else. And they're like, great, Fausto, you did great with us, and we hope you the best. But there's only one problem. You leave this environment, you are not going to succeed. And I'm like, and I felt like they were trying to hold me hostage, like some other schools do. Like, oh, you leave our platform, you can't take this with you. But because they were good friends of mine, they said, but I'll tell you what you need to do, Fausto. You need to teach people to trade like you. You need to go out there, train what we train you, build a group, and trade with them. And that is how CyberTrading University was born. So let me tell you what the ultimate outcome of today's event. I am here to find traders that I could trade with. I'm not here to teach you how to make money. I'm here to teach you how to stop losing it. That's the goal, which is the totally opposite with why you're probably here. So the thing is this. It's not going to take you very long for the light bulb to kick in the next couple of minutes. It's all going to make perfect sense, but you got to know how to play the game. So that is one of the reasons why I teach. Okay. I don't know why everybody else teaches. Okay. But I know why I teach. I teach because that's a great question to ask anybody in this industry. But I teach because I'm looking for traders that I could train, that could trade with and make money with. So if you feel that you're a type of guy that wants to be part of, to work with a team, a group of people, and have that family environment, then you're in the right place. But if you're looking for a free computer, a free car, if you're looking for someone to tell you and give you stock alerts and everything, please log out right now, because this is not the right room for you. First of all, that's illegal, number one, if you know that. Secondly, it doesn't make you money. So if you're one of those free people that are looking for stuff, we're not a right fit. So we'll just end it there. So, but if you are, we'll go from there. So, let's begin, ladies and gentlemen. Why do you want to trade? Very simple. To make money. Sounds pretty stupid question, right? Well, I'll tell you why. It's not a stupid question. I don't give a damn what I buy or what I sell. If you're watching me on YouTube or Facebook, or you follow me on Twitter, or say, Fausto, I've been following you a while, and you're like, I saw you called out that stock yesterday, NGNX. It went from 8 to 27. How did you know it was going up? What did the company do? I don't care what it does. I don't want to know what it does. How about this? I was on the phone with a student yesterday, a new student, and he said, "Oh, this stock is a short at 18." Well, I was on the phone with him. I'm like, "All right, we want a short? It's going up." He goes, "No, the stock is going down. It just went from 8 to 18. It's not going any higher." I'm like, "Okay, you short the stock. I'm long." And you know what? It went to 20. I said, "You still want to short it?" "Yeah." "Okay, you average down." "Okay, average up." Shorted again, lost. Stock went to 25. I said, "You finished yet?" He's like, "How do you know this stuff? The news was horrible on NGNX. Doesn't make any sense. Why is it up that much?" I'm like, "Because you're not following the money. I don't care what the company does. I don't even know what the news is. I don't want to know what the news is. Spirit Airlines. I will never fly Spirit Airlines. Doesn't mean I won't trade it and make money with it. It's at the end of the day, you're here just to make money. So let's be clear on that. So if you hear people keep pointing out, "Hey, Tesla's got some really good options. Oh, Facebook. Oh, look at Facebook. Oh, I would never trade a stock MGN. That's too cheap for me. $8. Oh, I'm a big shot." "Oh, yeah, you're a big shot. All right. All right, tough guy. Go ahead. I'll trade a stock like this going up, 300, 400% a day, any day, than trading what you're trading. But now the big thing is this. How do we know MGNX? I'm only bringing up this stock because we get like one big mover a week. And this was the one that we had yesterday. So I'm kind of showcasing a little bit more. But how do we know? Once again, we follow the smart money. So now what you're about to see, fellow traders, what I'm about to show you, like I told you, is going to be very disturbing. You're about to see how these stocks go up and go down the way they do. Once again, follow the money. By the way, could everybody in the trading room, everybody in the chat, could you do me a favor right now? Could you just all tell me right now in the room, how do stocks go up and go down? In your words, how do stocks go up and go down? Everyone on YouTube, everybody on Facebook Live, could you just go in there, put a post, comment? Don't be shy. Don't be shy. No one's going to rat you out to your spouse. Let them know that you're here and don't know what you're doing. Because I do get a lot of those. Just write S&D. S&D. Just lie. Listen, I know there's not a lot of good. Let me know you're alive. How about that? Listen, I'm taking the time out of my day. Go out there and give me a little respect and just write S&D. Supply and demand, right? What controls supply and demand? Buyers and sellers. All right, good. Thank you very much, John, Dale, Ivan, Linda, Danny, Bill, Phil, everybody good. All right. So how do we follow the money? Basically, it's the guy who trades the most shares. Now, listen to me carefully right here. What I'm about to show you is where 70% of the volume is. Think about that for a second. How much smarter and better trading decisions will you make if you're able to see where 70% of where the buyers and sellers are? Well, that's the brokerage firms and that's the institutions and the insiders. Now, some of you are like, "Oh, you can't get that information." Oh, yeah? Great question. Who taught you? Who told you that you can't get that data? Why do you think NASDAQ has me on their TV show? This is their software. What I'm about to show you is what they want you to use. That data is available. Now, how do I know about this? Because I helped them build it. I was one of the original SOS bandits of the industry. You ever hear about SOS bandits? Go back and look at the history of day trading. When I started, there was 1,000 day traders, SOS bandits. Now there's over 25 million people who trade every day. So we're going to talk about the levels. Level 1, level 2, and then obviously NASDAQ total view, which is level 3. Now, have any of you guys watched my video on YouTube on total view? Just out of curiosity, or watched my show. By the way, at the end of this presentation, we're going to play the video on NASDAQ. I'm going to show you a live demonstration of me when I was on there explaining it. But have any of you guys seen me talk about total view before? Does anybody know how it works? How about that's you know what? That's my question. Does anybody here know how level a total view works? Fred, you do. Linda, you don't. Craig, you do. Okay. Anybody else? No. What is it? Okay, we're gonna get to that. All right. So we all have access. A lot of us have access to something called level 2. Okay, and basically it's free. Okay, level 2 is just tells you where the buyers and sellers are. The best bid, the best offer. You have to understand something. There are buyers and sellers in the market. What you're seeing is where are those buyers and at what price? Where those sellers are and at what price? That's basically what you're seeing. So let me get my little pointer here. Give me a second here. Okay, there we go. Okay, you got my little pointer here. You can follow along. So what we're looking at is this is called NASDAQ Total View. Now you can get this right from NASDAQ. This is not Fausto's software. This is not the CyberTradingu University software. This is what NASDAQ. You get this right through NASDAQ. Now just to give you a heads up, there are more than one level 3s out there. Okay, there's Archipelago. There's EDGX. We're specifically talking about the most popular one, which everyone has access, could buy it, which is NASDAQ. Now, you got the buyers on the left. What are buyers? People looking to buy it. The sellers are on the right. These are people looking to sell it. And you got 3 columns, okay? Orders, bids, and shares. So whoever wants to buy the stock Uber for the most amount of money is up on top. Whoever wants to buy Uber for less money is down here at the bottom. Same thing for the sell side. These are people looking to sell Uber, who's selling the cheapest and who's selling the most. So think about the transparency that you're seeing right now. You are now viewing all the orders in the entire world that are trading Uber. How many people are out there and how many shares looking to be bought? Now let's get back to trading 101. How does stocks go up and down again? Buyers and sellers. Oh, crap. Now you're getting to see where the buyers and sellers are. It's almost like common sense. Why would you not want to see where the buyers and sellers are? Oh, I know why. Because no one taught you. Or you probably thought that data wasn't available to you. Then once again, who really trained you? Now, how do we use this data? We're looking at space, PSPCE, Virgin spaceship that's taking billionaires into space. Okay, it's a public company. Who cares, right? All I care about is the image that we're looking at right here and what's making it go up and down. Because once again, how do stocks go up and go down? Supply and demand. What prevents them from going lower? A support level. What prevents them going higher? A resistance levels. Remember, bids are support, resistance, sellers are resistance. So we're looking at a stock right here, and you see it stopped right here at 10 o'clock in the morning at 1840, went all the way up to about 1960, stopped, came all the way back down. Somehow it landed right back to where it stopped here, right back at somewhere around 1840, and went right back to 1940. Why did it stop here, and why did it bounce here? Very simple. Buyers on the bid, sellers here. Now we're looking at the NASDAQ book viewer on the left-hand side, and if you take that number, hold on. Let me get my animations. Oops. So you take this number and you look, what number is that right here? And you look right here, you could see that there is a 102,000 share buyer at 1825. Think about this for a second. Who's more of a, what would make more of a support level? The 2 shares looking to be bought at 1865, the 900 shares at 1850, or the 102,000 shares at 1825. You do the math. What is 18? Let me do simple math for you guys. What is $18 times 100,000? How much money is that? What's 18 times 100,000? By the way, you can't add that number. I really recommend you to quit trading right now, please. All right. Not there you go. Okay. $1.8 million. How many of you guys put $1.8 million in an idea? How many of you? Crickets. I hear crickets. I hear crickets. But wouldn't you want to be on that guy's team? I mean, think about it. James says, not me. Of course, listen, if you were, you would not be here. Let's be honest, okay? All right. So the thing is this. You got to follow the money. And, you know, like today, we traded stock. I mean, which, by the way, every single one of you here are going to be invited to come into my trading room. And you're going to see all this stuff live, okay? Any of you want to see this stuff live? Love to be part of that team, Craig. Well, like I said, love to have you. But you got to see it. Listen, I'm just trying to do basic stuff right here. This is just a screenshot. When you see this stuff live, you're going to freak out. First thing you're going to say to yourself is like, how in the right mind does anyone have even a damn chance to compete against people like this? Why would you not want this data? Well, I'll tell you why. Because it's not free. When I started trading, I had to pay $1,000 a month. Guess what it costs today? $15. $15. People are like, but my brokerage firm offers it. Oh, really? Are you sure about that? Because that means they're giving it to you, they're taking the $15 hit. Oh, yeah. Well, you know what's so funny? Do you ever think about this for a second? Why do brokerage firms give you free tickets? Can anybody answer that question? Why do brokerage firms give you free tickets? I don't work for free, okay? And I don't think you either also. That's right, James. Nothing is free, but they do. They give in free tickets. Oh, my God, free tickets? How about this? They're ripping you off at free tickets. They actually should be paying you money, not giving you free tickets. Yeah, absolutely. If I was a brokerage firm, if I was one of them, I wouldn't offer free tickets. I would be paying you. It's something called payment for order flow. Why don't you look it back on the back of your statement? Do you know that 80% of the people lose money in trading? All they're doing is taking the bet because they know you're going to lose. So why not? Why even charge you $5 a ticket? Why charge you anything? We just want you to trade because they know you're going to lose. How do you feel about that? Do you ever thought about that? How do you actually feel that you're going into an industry that you have an 80% failure rate? Everybody here wants to learn how to make money. Did anyone ever teach you how to stop losing it? Because that's the first thing I was taught. So let's look at our resistance levels here. $77,000 share seller. 44 different people make up that sell order at $200. We're looking at Facebook. What a beautiful, gorgeous resistance levels. Well, how is that even possible? What made that gorgeous resistance level? What made that double top? Oh, I don't know. Maybe this guy? No, it wasn't the Fibonacci. No, it wasn't a MACD. No, it wasn't a 200 moving average. No, it wasn't stochastic. You know what it was? It was at 77,000 share sellers sitting out there. That's what made that resistance levels. So you can sit there and you can analyze all you want. But if you weren't ready to get out when that guy was there and you bought it here, you're right back to where you started. By the way, let me ask everybody a dumb question. Did you need an indicator to tell you that there was resistance levels at 208.60 with a 77,000 share order out there? Fred says no. Anyone else? No. 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 Is there any more no's? You know why a lot of people are afraid to answer this question? A lot of people are afraid because a lot of people are embarrassed how much money they spent to reading all these books and paid all these courses. And I hope and you know what? That's okay. I'm glad that you're here because you probably realize that there's got to be an easier way. I mean, there's just got to be an easier way. And there is. Just follow the money. Now, I'm not here to knock indicators and everything because it does work for swing trading and investing, because, the things have to come to fruition, everything else. But what bothers me is that I hate seeing people out in this industry call themselves day traders and they use indicators. If I ever see anybody that day trades use an indicator, they're not a day trader. They're not a day trader. They are swing traders. And back in 2000, I just want to clarify something, and you can do your history on this. Back then, day trading was really, really big. There was a lot of day trading shops that opened up. A lot of people lost a lot of money back then. And day trading got a really bad name. But I always told everybody, why are they bashing day trade? They were not day trading. They were swing trading. When you hold a position overnight, you are not day trading. And that's where people lose. So I'm just give everybody an advice. If you ever see anybody classifies them as a day trader and they have an indicator on their screen, you better run as far as you can because that person is not a day trader. Day traders do not use indicators. You can't because we're all tape readers. What you're looking at is we're reading the tape. You ever hear that before? Oh, yeah, I heard about tape readers. What is that? Congratulations, you just witnessed it. This is tape reading. All right, let me change the slide here. All right. Everybody ready to have a little fun? Everybody ready to have a little test right now? Okay. We're looking at a stock INO. Can everybody tell me, is this stock going up or down? What do you think? Up or down? If you don't know the answer, give me a question mark. Down, 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 down. Wow, you see, is that now think about this for a second. Look how quickly you came up with that answer. Down, 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 down. Did you need an indicator, Dale, to tell you the stock was going down? Ronnie, did you need an indicator to tell you the stock was going down? Steve, Joseph, Ivan. No, right? You just passed the first test. Now, like James, like you just said, that's the next question, James. When will the stock stop? What do we need this stock, INO, from stop going lower? What do we need it to start to start to go higher? What do we need? Buyers, right? Demand, right, Fred? Big buyers, James, demand, buyers. Now, this is the problem with charts because this was the last thing I was trained when I learned how to trade. Do you see buyers on a chart? No, we don't. We don't see buyers. You see, a chart is only telling you what happened in the past. It's not indicative of the future. So you don't see the buyers. So let's go hop over here in our little friendly NASDAQ book viewer. I'm looking for buyers. I just found one, a 219,000 share buyer at $12.60. Now think about this for a second. What do you think is going to happen when we bump into 73 people in this world that make up 219,000 shares at $12.60? What do you think is going to happen? Without looking at anything else. It's up or down, guys. Up or down. It's not like it coulda, woulda. I need to see this. I'm not sure. When you see listen, where there's smoke, there's fire. You ever hear that before? Okay, here you are. You've seen smoke. So, what happened? Stock went down. You thought we said it was going down. Apparently, hit a support level, which is this guy. Went up. Probably hit a resistance somewhere else, but we can't see that here. Came back down. Didn't want to break it. Finally went up. So, you ever like? I love this line. Do you ever? Anyone ever tell you like? I feel like somebody's watching me. It's like every time I sell a stock, it goes up. And every time I buy a stock, it goes down. Has it ever happened to anyone? You ever hear that phrase before? They're like, you always feel like that, like somebody's watching you all the time. Well, you know what the Cybertrade University way of repeating that is? Don't let them watch you. Why don't we start watching them? Right? What you see, the problem is you're not watching them. They're watching you. Now we can watch them. Do you realize how many people in this world, in my mind, I can't believe that you even have a chance in hell to succeed without having this data? Why would you even want to even compete without knowing where that 219,000 share buyer is at 1260? Because if you look at any indicator, it will point out clear as day this thing is going lower. Now, Steve, we didn't get to that question yet, okay? Because Steve's got a great question. So we're going to get to that. All right. Let's eliminate the chart. Let's just go straight hardcore data, okay? Where do you think resistance levels is in American Airlines? Where do you think resistance levels is going to be? Without looking at any chart, indicator, heat seeker, platform, all these these things these people invented, without just looking hardcore data. Where is, I'm going to say buy, Fred. I said, where is the resistance levels? Resistance means where are the sellers on American Airlines? Where are our sellers? These are buyers. These are sellers. Resistance would be here. Resistance means it's resisting it from going any higher. Well, the answer, if you said 1290, congratulations. 900, almost 600,000 shares looking to be sold at 1290. What in the right hell what gives you the right to think this stock is going to go higher than 1290? Oh, because Kramer said so? Oh, well, that must mean why it's down today, right? No, it doesn't matter where it is today or later. At the end of the day, that is a real order. Listen, that was one of the questions someone asked me. Oh, how do you know these are real? Oh, you think they're fake? Well, when you come in my trading room and I invite you in there, I'll find a nice 600,000 share order out there, literally a $6 million trade, and we'll use your money. You tell me how fake it is. You want to be willing to do that? Well, someone else told me it's fake. Oh, that's what someone just said. Oh, somebody else told you it's fake. You know what? You ask that person, where did you learn how to trade? Were you a market maker? Go back and look at his resume. And I guarantee you, guaranteed, he was probably some person that figured it out on his own and now, wants to start telling the world. I don't know. Could be a teacher, or it could be a good marketer. I don't know, like whatever. At the end of the day, you got to look at these guys' resumes, and women too, obviously. Where did they really learn how to trade? Oh, sitting in my basement, I figured it out. One day I woke up, and now I want to charge you guys $1 million for me to teach you how to do it. Give me a break. Do you know when you watch, for example, CNBC? CNBC has their studio on the floor of the New York Stock Exchange. You have the opportunity to see the people working on the floor of the exchange. You look at the wall, and you always kind of ever wonder, like, what are they looking up at? Like, you would think like they'll be sitting behind 6 monitors, right? I mean, do they have X-ray vision? I mean, they're looking up in the sky. What are they looking at? You know what they're looking at? What you're looking at right now. They're looking at the orders. That's what they're looking at. So where are the best traders? They must be on the floor, because obviously you got a job down there. Because if you were, maybe you should be down there. Guess what? I was. Now, how impressive is that? Because what bothers me, guys, is that I don't want you to lose money. I hate it. It bothers me, because I do so many presentations and there's so many people out there that are just like, who do you trust? And he says, listen, you know what? You got to do your homework. You have to see where these people learned how to trade, not because they look good on TV or they have a good story to tell or because they have a good looking dog. You know what I mean? You have to see, where did you really learn how to trade? And this is how it all starts. You follow the money. Joseph, we're going to get to that question because we're almost out of time here. I don't want to go over my time. I know you guys have other things to do. So I want to kind of like, we're almost done here. Okay. By the way, is anybody lost or confused so far? Anybody confused or lost? Ivan, you're not. Nope. I don't. Joseph, you're not. Nope. You're good. Al? Think about it. Did I not tell you when we started? I'm only going to be able to teach you just to be dangerous. But I'm actually going to teach people. I'm going to piss them off because I'm like, damn it. I just dumped all this money with someone else and you just taught me in a free webinar. This is all I got to do. It just makes perfect sense. I'm still trying to figure out how to do a butterfly. And all I can do is just watch them orders. I mean, this is like, is it really that easy? Yeah, it is. You know what the hardest part is? Teaching someone not to get greedy. That's the hardest thing to do. People not getting cocky and greedy. But let's look at this, for example. Do you need a chart to tell you this? That resistance level is at 1280? Well, because when you looked at this, you bumped into that 600,000 share sell order, you got some serious problems. Now, here at CyberTrade University, if you go on my YouTube channel, I did a whole explanation what an iceberg order is, but we call these big block orders iceberg orders. That's basically what they are. Now, I came up with that word after watching the movie Titanic. I don't know if you guys ever watch it. Really sad movie. We all know the story behind the Titanic, about the most unsinkable ship and most beautiful ship, back in this time. But they had one problem. They made the ship so pretty and thought it was so safe, but they didn't realize when it came up to an iceberg, it's not what's on top of the water, it's what's on the bottom of the water. That's what makes an iceberg so big. And then what happened? All those wonderful people died. Well, you know what? I'm not here to say anybody's going to die, but I could tell you this. We're not. If you hit an iceberg in trading, you're going to blow up your account. And if you're not seeing those icebergs, you keep hitting them left and right, well, guess what? Then you're going to be the same person that keeps saying, oh, you're right. Someone is watching me. No. I'm not saying they're watching. You're just not watching them. That is your problem. Follow the money, fellow traders. Now, to get back to some of your questions, somebody was asking me this question. I want to bring this up. Are these fake orders? Well, I kind of explained that there's nothing fake. First of all, no brokerage firm is allowed to put fake orders, neither do you. You could put demo orders out there. That's fake. Doesn't mean it's going to show up. All right. But anyway, how do we know they're real? Is because of time and sales. So time and sales is the confirmation of the transactions that take place. So this is part of our tape reading. We have them color coordinated from red as trades are on the bid and greens as trades on the offer. It is amazing how many people do not use time and sales. Did you know that the chart gets its data from time and sales? If you just follow the time and sales, you'll know where the stock is going. But people always say, well, it moves so fast and this and that. You know why the thing moves fast? Because you have your defaults wrong. That's the reason why. So, APA, big resistance right now at 1225, right? Now, we're going to finish up with this because guess what? Stocks do break resistance levels. Stocks do break support levels. How in the hell does that happen? Well, that's what we're going to talk about right now. So looking at this APA stock, we know in black and white, there's a big resistance levels right here at 1225. There's a 44,000 share seller. 100 shares does not scare me. 500 shares does not scare me. This scares me. Okay? So if I own the stock right now, I definitely will want to get out before it gets to him. Now, unfortunately, the stock went past that. How's that even possible? How could the stock get past a 44,000 share seller? Well, maybe somebody wanted to buy it. Maybe somebody thought it was a good deal. Remember, there are people that have deeper pockets than you out there, guys. And how do we know that guy got executed? Time and sales. 2,000, 2,000, 45,000, 14,000, 3,000, 20. Look at all the green, little reds. A lot of greens. Green. Oh, no wonder why the stock went up. Up to 14. Those sellers are getting executed. That guy was going away. And you could see that number chip away as the number keeps printing here. So I have another question to you guys. Anyone here using time and sales? Anybody here use it and follow it and know how it works? And you know what? That's okay. Everybody's saying no. That, ladies and gentlemen, is the second most important window on a trading execution system. And look how many of you saying, I'm not using it. Once again, who really trained you? That is tape reading. That is day trading. And if you didn't know that guy was getting executed and chipped away, not only you would have lost money, but you would have got crushed or lost an opportunity to make good money on the trade. Here's a support level. Norwegian Cruise Line. Anybody ever hear of it? Those took a big hit. Red. Purple lightning. That means someone's selling it below. So look at this stock right here. You thought you had support levels? You think it's time to sell? Norwegian Cruise Line's not doing too well. It's all about following the money. So the thing is this. It's not about being greedy. It's about hitting base hits. You just got to know how to play the game and stop making things complicated. Because here at CyberTrading University, our goal is to teach you the KISS method. Keep it super simple. You don't need a lot of windows on your platform to make trading very successful. The more you have, the more confusing you are, the more monitors you need. I mean, I was talking to someone the other day. He says he's got 12 monitors. I'm like, what the hell are you landing? The damn space shuttle? Are you serious? Are you really 12 monitors? If you can, anyone ever heard of Tom Sosnoff, the founder of Thinkorswim on Tastyworks? Anybody know who he is? He's the one he's the founder and sold Thinkorswim to TD Ameritrade. Very good friend of mine. We have him on here at CyberTrading University all the time. And I was on his show many of times. You could actually watch it on YouTube. So anyway, the first time I ever met Tom Sosnoff was about 15 years ago. He invited me to come to his office in Chicago, at his Thinkorswim office, and he saw me do a presentation in Canada. And he says, Fausto, I'm a great options trader. You are an unbelievable day trader. I watched your content. We have a lot of day traders. I don't teach it. I want you to come and I want you to do a speaking for me, with me to all my Thinkorswim clients. And it was one of probably 20 of them that I did. It was the first time. So the first time I met him, okay, I go in his office and I'm expecting nice office in the corner, windows on the big skyrise. He's sitting right in the middle of the whole boardroom with no walls. Not only that, he's got one monitor. And we're getting ready for the market to close. We're going to do this presentation and everything. And he comes up to me and I said, Tom, can I ask you an honest question? No disrespect at all. Why do you only have one monitor? He looked at me, he goes, Fausto, if you can't make money with one monitor, how in the hell are you going to make money with 7? You know, and it made perfect sense. So the more you have, the more confused you get. And that's my first story that I had with Tom Sosnoff. I love sharing with him because you know what? He's very respected in the industry, you know, and you guys know that if you haven't watched his show. Now, for anybody here, another big mistake that people make, if you guys want a good trading journal, take down my email address, faustop@ctucorp.com. Well, it doesn't look pretty good in blue. I got to change that color. And I mean, how many of you guys are journaling your trades? Anybody doing a journal? Come and join my journal. I'll give it to you. Listen, I'd rather you learn from your mistakes than learn from your winners. Winners do not help you on your losers. But let me tell you one thing. When it comes to trading, in day trading, there's a lot of money to be made in day trading if you haven't figured it out already. CODX, we traded 9:30 this morning to 3 o'clock. $4 up to 11 in one day. But guess what? Do you need to make 6 points, 7 points on a trade? No. If you just make 50 lousy stinking cents, 50 cents, all you need is that little 50-cent move. $500 a day is a $100,000 salary. You still want that stimulus check for $1,200? Listen, they can keep their stimulus check. I would rather, if it was between doing this and the stimulus check, I would go all in on this. Because the $1,200 is only going to last so long. So everybody here, I just want to clarify because we're almost done here. We're going to wrap up right now because I want to get everybody opportunity to get registered to come and join my live trading room. The original trading room that I started. Now you're starting to see everybody copying us, which is okay. You know, that's flattering. But because a lot of them are our students, by the way. But let me show you and tell you how it all started. You want to know how trading education started? You guys are going to get the opportunity in about 5 minutes. But let me just tell you one thing before we all go. Every one of you need a mentor. And you might need more than one. So if you took training and you listen, you should go out there. You should listen to other people. Listen to those marketers on TV. Listen to go do those go out there. Listen to them. Jose, not Jose, Jesse, who just became a gold student at Cybertrade University, says, Fausto, before I came to you, I listened to 5 different people. And he goes, I don't want to blow up your head, but they're a bunch of scam artists. You actually make sense. Just for you be on NASDAQ, obviously, it must mean something. But you won't know that until you listen to other people if you haven't done it already. But every one of you, there's a lot of good people out in this world too, please. So I'm not here to bash anybody. There are a lot of good traders. By the way, if you're looking to do Forex or futures or options, listen, send me an email. I'll be happy to. I have like 3 or 4 people I highly recommend are very good at what they do. Okay. So, and I'm not going to be insulted if you don't move forward with us or not. But I just want to make sure that you work so hard for your money and you're stuck with this coronavirus at home. You can't go anywhere. You don't even know if you have a job again. Some of you are retired. Your pensions are getting crushed. You don't want to give it to your mutual fund. Listen, I hear it all day long. Why not go out there and take on the greatest job in the world? Learn how to trade. And then how great would it be to pay for your kids' college? How great would it be to kind of help and pay for that wedding? Because, you know, I'm not here to brag about, oh, look at my Maserati I got. Oh, look how much money's in my middle of my center console. Hey, check me out on my Learjet. No, you know, I'm looking for people and traders that I could train that have good family values, that want to be part of the family, and don't looking for that Wolf of Wall Street attitude, but somebody that really wants to kind of just make a nice day's pay and just enjoy life. That is the atmosphere of what we preach and what we do at Cybertrade University. And then you'll be able to do all the things you wanted to do, because it really is a great job. It really is. But you got to learn before you could earn. And then you'll know why Cybertrade University has been endorsed by more people than anybody in the industry. Because we care. And let me tell you something, guys. I hate to tell you this, but some of you are not going to qualify to trade. You're going to go in the trading room and you're going to talk to education advisor. And you know what? We don't need your money. I mean, out of all due respect, I mean, listen, I would rather not, you know, think of me as a doctor. I'd rather not do the surgery. If I was a desperate doctor and like, oh yeah, you need surgery so I can make the money, then someone would be like, you know what? You really don't need to do it. Yeah, I can make $5,000 on this deal right now, but you know what? It's not going to help you. That's the guy you want to look for. And those are the people that we're looking for that we could train. But it all starts by you seeing what trading is all about. So this is what we're going to do, guys. Every one of you here are going to get the opportunity to join me in my trading room. And we start at 8 o'clock in the morning. We do live commentary at 9 a.m. and we trade all the way to 4 o'clock. And this is live. This is, you know, you're going to meet people just like you. And the big thing that you guys have to understand is this. Don't judge us on the winners. Okay? What I want you to do is judge us on the losers. Look how we get in and out of positions. Most importantly, look how the people in the room work together as a team. You're going to notice I don't tell anybody what to buy and sell. First of all, it's illegal. You can't do that. And I know there's a lot of people out doing it. It's just a matter of time. They're going to get arrested. Look what happened to Online Trading Academy. You know, $300 million company with 50 franchises out of business. Why? Because they broke the rules. Optionetics broke the rules. Red light, green light broke the rules. F1 trade. I mean, and on and on. And you know what? But even if it was legal, it doesn't make you money. What you need to see is, can you think for yourself? Well, listen, if I could teach an 80-year-old woman from Canada to do it, you could do it. All right. So this is what's going to entail. $9. That's it. The $9 is a 7-day trial to come in my trading room, and you're going to get a bunch of stuff. You're going to get a crash course on day trading, your own personal education advisor, 3 daily market meetings, trading from 8 o'clock to 4 o'clock all day for $9. What do you have to lose for $9? Nothing. Because at the end of the week, if you're not satisfied, I'll give you $9 back. The $9, I just want you to understand, all it is to let us know if you're a real person. Because if we just let every Tom, Dick, and Harry in there, believe me, it would just be, chaos. It just, you know what I mean? It's just like, and you're not going to learn anything. You're not going to learn anything. So if you like to learn about high frequency trading, if you want to learn about dark pools, you want to learn about shadowing brokerage firms, if you want to learn how to trade in pre-market, if you want to know how we find stocks that go up 200-300% a day, take the $9 and find out the real truth about day trading. And this will be your foundation to let you know if this is for you or not. You got nothing to lose. And as a bonus, for the first 20 people that register right now, I will actually even give you a coaching class. We'll talk over the phone. So think about it. And now people always ask me, like, wait a minute, why would Fausto Pugliese, the founder of the company, want to talk to me? Nobody talks to nobody. You can't even get somebody on the phone for $9. Remember what I just told you. It's not the $9. The $9 just proves that you're a real person, that you're not a competitor or a heckler or whatever it is, or, it basically just lets us know you can it basically gives you a little skin in the game. It's actually an application fee. But when you get to me and we do that interview, that's where you're gonna talk. That's where we're gonna decide your future or not. But it all starts with $9. Now, after $9, if you want to continue after a week, it's $149 a month. Listen, we're not going to scam you. You don't want to move forward with the $149. Listen, I don't need your $149. Okay. I'm looking for people I could train. If you don't want to move forward with it, we won't charge you. We're not going to be like, oh, well, you were in the room this long. You didn't go through the whole videos. Listen, I got a 5-star review on Google. I don't need anybody out there, saying that, oh, I got scammed $149. Believe me, it's not worth my time. Remember, there's a reason why I've been in business for 25 years. Any other questions? Can I start on Monday? Yes. So what I recommend is, first of all, I think you should start right away. But if you want to go over the videos, and by the way, nobody here can start their trial until you actually talk to an education advisor, because we have to confirm your registration. We got to make sure we know who you are. Listen, we're very, very strict. We let in this room. Okay. We have a lot of people that try to copy us. We have a lot of people that try to steal content. Unfortunately, there's people like that out there. So, if you're serious, obviously you'll take it serious, and we'll take you very seriously. But we also want you to see the customer service. But if you want to start on Monday, you're more than happy to. At least you got a full week. All right. Any other questions? There's 11. All right. So it looks like they're going down pretty quickly. Thanks a lot, Rich, for sharing that. We got about. Listen, if you guys miss the opportunity with the 20, listen, you're still going to talk to one of my instructors. It's just that I can only do so much. I only got so much free time to kind of take my time out of the day to talk to everybody. Can we make all the trades are real? Actually, you know what? Hardy, maybe I'm misunderstanding your question. Listen, we do not want you to buy anything in our trading room, because we did not teach you. What we want the reason why we're inviting you into the room, we want you to see other people if they're making money. Listen, this is not the Fausto show. I'm not here to brag how much money I made, me hanging out with giraffes and driving fancy cars and made $5,000 on a position. That's not what it's all about. What it's about is this. You need to see if other people that we've trained made money. That's what you have to see first. We don't want you to trade anything. Okay, please, you'll end up making more harm than good. The stock market is never going out of business. Okay, it's not going out of. Don't worry about it. It'll be there after 7 days. What you need to see is take the $9 investment first, go out there and apply and see if other people that we've trained are making money doing it. See how they interact. See the family bonding that we have, the culture we have. That's you got to see if you could adapt to it, because it's like going to a job, right? Everybody wants the perfect job. You know what? Some jobs are not perfect for others. Thank you for having done this. I have to go in a TradeStation account and wait until I live. Well, look, no, Fred, listen. I do a lot of education for TradeStation. Actually, it's one of the platforms that we showcase in the trading room. You don't need your execution system up and running. Please, that's a waste of your time. It's like saying you have a 16-year-old says, "Hey, Dad, I want to buy a car." I'm like, I didn't even teach you how to drive yet. Yeah, let me buy the car first, and you could teach me how to drive. Yeah, that's like giving the keys to your son, and he's going to kill himself. Don't worry about it. That's everybody always says that, and that's not your number one priority. Don't worry about the brokerage account. Any other questions? Any questions on Facebook or YouTube? I'm sitting there looking at our Zoom room. We got 3 rooms running at one time that we're broadcasting. I can only, I'm in California. I can only trade in the afternoon. That's good because there's only 2 times to trade, once in the morning and once in the afternoon. So if you miss the 9:30 move, you can always trade to 2:30. Isn't it just depth? I don't know what that means, Fox. Could you elaborate that more? How much money does it need to day trade? Listen, seriously? Here's a stock we traded today. TTPH. 9:30. Stock went from $2 in a matter of, I don't know, 15 minutes, ran to 330. To buy 1,000 shares of this stock, how much money do you think you need? Not a lot. So please keep in mind, there's a lot of stocks out there that you could trade, that you could afford. You don't need a lot of money to do that. That is a misconception that people make. So hopefully that answers your question. Does BookViewer, Fox says, does BookViewer is the same depth of market on level 2? No, totally different, Fox. Level 2, BookViewer has 20 times more data than that level 2. First of all, level 2 is free. And you know what? That's all it's worth. So level 2, you got to keep in mind, is basically level 2 is just showing you the best bid and the best offer of a market maker. It's not showing all his bids and all his offers. That's all. But anyway, guys, I got to run. $9. That's it. $9. That's all you have to find out the real truth. Listen, some of you right here says, but I don't day trade. I do swing trading. Or I do futures trade, Forex. You know what? You might like this better. You just might makes more sense. Listen, this is how I explain to people. I had a student the other day that spent $10,000 with somebody that teaches options. Okay, I don't want to say the name, but it was Option Animal. They told him that you should be on demo trade for a year. And I looked at him. I says, wait a minute. Why in the hell would somebody tell you? Why would you buy a program and spend $10,000 and they tell you can't trade for a year? How do you pay your bills? How do you make money? So he abandoned and he joined CyberTrade University. So because I tell everybody this, and this makes sense. If a doctor puts you on a prescription drug and he said you're not going to see results for a year, wouldn't you question his doctor's theory? You know, like when you're sick, it's like, listen, if you're not making money within 30 to 60 days, you obviously better find a new doctor. You know what I mean? So the thing is this, if you're in an industry and you're not learning how to trade and you're not making money within 30 days, I think it's time you got to change different markets. I know you like it. I know it makes sense. I know you probably made an investment, but if you're doing something and you're not succeeding, I think it's time you're gonna have to find another mentor. Not that they're bad people. They might be the sweetheart, but once again, good bedside manners does not get the job done. So with that said, ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for being here. I'd like to thank everybody that's logged in from YouTube, Facebook, and it's in the Zoom room. I'd like to thank our partners for helping making this very successful. And I look forward to seeing every single one of you in my trading room. And I also look forward to talking to all of you. So with that said, please be safe. Please listen to the rules out there. There's no better place to deal with coronavirus than being a cyber group room, because you're forced to trade and make money. So doesn't force you to leave. So why not, go check it out and have the fun, enjoy this great market, guys. Thank you so much. Good luck. Happy trading, everyone. I'll see you all in the trading room. And don't go anywhere, because we're going to be playing a video of the NASDAQ interview with me on Total View. So don't go anywhere.
Welcome to NASDAQ Trade Talks. I'm Jill Malandrino, Global Markets Reporter at NASDAQ. Joining me at the market site in Times Square, New York City, we have Fausto Pugliese, the founder and president of Cybertrading University. We're going to take a look at how traders are using that's in the middle of February last time.
That was pretty crazy.
Traders are asking themselves, what's the bottom, what's the top? But as a day trader, you can kind of get an inside look when you're looking at a single stock.
Yep. What it is, Jill, is that, thanks for having me again. And yes, when it comes to day trading, people realize that what happens over the course of the day, which trickles down to a swing trade into a long-term investment. And my phone's been blowing up. People could ask me, "Is this the bottom? Is this the bottom?" Because we're looking at the market all day, and honestly, this is how you really know when it's the bottom. When you have the worst of the worst of the worst news, and just constantly all negative stuff, and the market's not going any lower, that's when you know it's time to buy. So as you see, like, a lot of bad news keeps coming up, and then obviously you saw what happened yesterday when they lowered the Fed rate by a half. It took for a big decline, and all of a sudden the market's up about almost like 900 points so far.
Mm-hmm.
So and there's still a lot of bad news that's coming out with the coronavirus and everything else, but that's really when you know when you hit the bottom. So for some of the listeners out there that really missed the boat when the market had a big rally, you almost hit 30,000. These are the opportunities. Honestly, it is like the same thing I saw back in 2008 when we had the financial crisis. So once you start seeing all the bad news, things start backing up. Start going up.
All right, let's take a look at our example here today. We're going to look at ticker symbol MRNA, NASDAQ listed, of course. What are we looking at? Where's the levels that you're looking to sell?
Okay, so listen, what is mRNA? I keep bringing up stocks, and people are like, what is this company? It doesn't matter. We're just here to make money. The main goal about Total View is you have to understand how it works, how to know where the buyers and sellers are. It's all about supply and demand. That's why it's such a great tool. So we're looking at a chart right here, and we're looking at the stock right here. And the first thing people notice is, like, the stock's going up beautifully. Nice. Look at the stock. Started this morning. It's at 25.80. It's at 28. Is it going higher? Now the goal is, why does the stock keep breaking out? It hits a resistance, it comes back down. It breaks the previous resistance, keeps going up. How do you know it's going to keep breaking higher highs? And what we're going to do this time is we're going to bring a video so you all can see exactly what it's like to see in the real market conditions.
All right, so let's move along to our next slide here. That's exactly what we're doing. Let's take a look at Total View. I'm going to let you take the reins. Tell us what's happening here.
Okay, so we got like a little minute video here. So we're looking at some real time. And the key here is time and sales. These are the transactions that are taking place. We're looking at level 2. Level 2 is basically people get for free, but it doesn't give you the depth of data as Total View does. Now, the key here is that you don't see that many sellers out there. You're just seeing the best bid and best offer of that exchange. But you'll notice how the stock keeps going higher. What we need to focus on is where you see the big sellers. And you're looking for big orders. You got 51 different orders out there, right around 20, 28. Things going so quickly, I try to slow it down. So right around $28, $28.50. So that is really your resistance level. So when you're looking at a stock going going higher, you're going to say, is this stock going to break out? So you see it's coming up to this guy right here really quickly. You see it's coming up. Mm-hmm. It's coming up to this person right here. With 70,000 shares, 5,000 shares. So it's going to come up to that seller. Now the goal is this: is that guy going to get executed? Remember, you have 100 share sellers, 300 shares, 1,000. You have a big order out there. You want to see if that guy gets executed, and you want to see if that's how it breaks out. Remember, what makes support and resistance levels is buyers and sellers. So you got a seller out there. So we're coming up to that seller right here. Now the goal is to look right here and see if that seller gets executed. And you see it's coming up to the seller, and boom, the guy gets taken out. It's actually executing it. Boom, 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 boom. Look at that. See all those trades actions? It took the guy out. Now look how fast the stock goes up. From 250, we're at 260, 270, 280, boom, like that, as quickly as that. That's why it's so important to know where the orders are, know where the resistance, and see if the guy gets taken out. Now, when we get to the next slide, look at it. We're already at 2880.
Yep, and you can see these start these 35,000.
Which is exactly. Now, this is the next order. Now, the next question is: here's the next biggest resistance. There's a 33,000 shares for there's 100 different orders out there. Now, then that's where the next resistance level is. So the goal is you hit a resistance. Where's the next resistance? The next resistance is the next biggest seller. So now we're coming up to him, and we're going to see what's going to happen when he gets to 29.
Yeah, I mean, it happens so fast.
Well, also, this is about a 5-minute video that I was able to capture when we traded this stock, and I kind of speeded it up over about a minute. So it doesn't move as quickly. Boom, we hit 29. The guy got taken out again, and look at the stock just took off again. And the thing I want to explain to you, Jill, is that, and your listeners have to understand, is that when you have a big seller out there and that guy gets taken out, that is a very big demand. Someone says, oh, wow, I'll take that 30,000 shares. And that's why you get the stock that really, really starts to take off. Now, the next thing is that you're going to get some resistance levels. It's going to start backing off. There's always profit taking going on, right? So when you have profit taking going on, you can see profit taking going on. But the question is it really a profit taking, or is it just people just or is it really going to go lower? In this case, it's not. Seller got done. Remember, we just watched the stock go from 28 to 29. Now look at it. We're at 29.50 already. Stock just keeps going higher and higher because those sellers are getting executed. As those sellers get executed, that means there's a demand for it. When you see big block orders out there, it makes a bigger demand, that makes it higher. Now, the next resistance level